Carbon neutral living. Living without adding carbon to the atmosphere. Carbon neutral living means living in a way that does not result in the release of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This can be achieved by reducing carbon emissions, using renewable energy sources, and offsetting any unavoidable emissions through carbon offset programs. Some ways to live a carbon neutral lifestyle include: reducing energy consumption is an effective way to lower your carbon footprint and achieve a carbon neutral lifestyle. Here are some ways to do it. Switch to energy efficient appliances. Energy efficient appliances use less energy than standard appliances, which means they emit less carbon dioxide. When you replace old appliances, look for those with the Energy Star label, which indicates that they meet energy efficiency guidelines set by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Turn off lights and electronics when not in use. Many electronics continue to consume power even when they're turned off or in standby mode. To avoid this, unplug electronics when not in use or use a smart power strip that automatically turns off electronics when they're not in use. Use a programmable thermostat. A programmable thermostat can automatically adjust the temperature in your home to save energy. For example, you can set the temperature to be cooler when you're not home and warmer when you return. Improve insulation in your home. Proper insulation in your home can help you reduce the amount of energy needed to heat or cool it. This means less energy consumption and lower carbon emissions. You can add insulation to your walls, attic, and floors, and seal air leaks around doors and windows to improve energy efficiency. Renewable energy sources are sources of energy that come from natural, replenishable resources, such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. Using these sources of energy can help reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the impacts of climate change. One way to use renewable energy sources is to install solar panels on your home or business. Solar panels work by converting the energy from the sun into electricity. This electricity can be used to power your home or business, or it can be sold back to the grid. While the initial cost of installing solar panels can be high, over time they can save you money on your energy bills and reduce your carbon footprint. Another way to use renewable energy sources is to use wind energy. Wind turbines work by harnessing the power of the wind to generate electricity. This energy can be used to power homes, businesses, and even entire communities. Like solar panels, wind turbines can be expensive to install, but they can provide a long-term source of clean energy. Finally, you can sign up for a green energy program. These programs allow you to purchase electricity from renewable sources, such as wind and solar power. While the cost of this type of energy may be slightly higher than traditional sources of electricity, it can help support the development of renewable energy sources and reduce your carbon footprint. Reducing waste is an important step in protecting the environment and conserving resources. There are several ways to reduce waste, including practicing the 3 Rs: reduce, reuse, and recycle, composting food waste, and using reusable bags and containers. The first step in reducing waste is to practice the 3 Rs. This involves reducing the amount of waste that we produce by consuming less and being mindful of our purchasing habits. Reusing items instead of throwing them away can also help reduce waste. For example, you can reuse glass jars for storage or use cloth towels instead of paper towels. Recycling is another important step in reducing waste, as it diverts waste from landfills and conserves resources. Composting food waste is another effective way to reduce waste. Instead of throwing away food scraps, you can create nutrient-rich soil by composting them. Composting can be done in a backyard compost bin or through a municipal composting program. Using reusable bags and containers is also an important step in reducing waste. Instead of using single-use plastic bags or containers, you can use reusable cloth bags and containers made from materials such as glass or metal. This not only reduces waste, but it also helps to reduce the amount of plastic that ends up in landfills and oceans. Sustainable transportation refers to modes of transportation that have minimal negative impact on the environment, public health, and community well-being. One of the most effective ways to reduce the negative impact of transportation is to avoid driving alone in a car. Here are some reasons why walking, biking, or using public transportation instead of driving alone is more sustainable. 1. Reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Transportation is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, which are the primary cause of climate change. 1. By using sustainable transportation options such as walking, biking, or public transportation, you can significantly reduce your carbon footprint and help mitigate the impacts of climate change. 2. Improves air quality. Vehicle emissions are a significant source of air pollution, which can have adverse effects on public health. 2. By reducing the number of vehicles on the road, sustainable transportation options can help improve air quality and reduce respiratory illnesses. 3. Reduces traffic congestion. Sustainable transportation options such as public transportation and biking can help reduce traffic congestion, which can save time and reduce stress for commuters. 4. Saves money. Walking, biking, and using public transportation are often more affordable than driving a car, especially when considering the costs of fuel, parking, and maintenance. 4. Additionally, owning a hybrid or electric vehicle can also save money on fuel costs over time. Eat a plant-based diet. Eating less meat and dairy can significantly reduce your carbon footprint. Support carbon offset programs. Purchase carbon offsets to offset any unavoidable emissions you create. Living a carbon-neutral lifestyle can be challenging, but it is an important step in reducing our impact on the environment and mitigating the effects of climate change.